Yeah, so we're a specialist group and one of the sort of IOSH networks, and we focus from early years right through to university. So that is obviously the traditional schools, etc. But we do have nurseries, and so anywhere from a baby, so that as soon as they go to nursery, right through to those who might even be mature students at Open University, etc. So our primary focus is making sure that one, that people are getting the opportunity to learn in these environments, so they're protected their health, safety, and well-being and welfare. But also that we're not a bit of risk aversion. The one thing about life is that we learn risk, and we learn risk through experience. So one of the things that we quite difficult in the education sector is walking that tightrope about people who might be inexperienced, whether that's a young child learning to walk, through to university students who want to do sort of detailed research in a novel environment and coming up with new innovations that will benefit mankind in the future, or people going forward.
And I think it's really important, isn't it, that we balance that ability to contain and manage risk effectively, but also enable innovation and growth to occur right through, that developmental phase, I suppose, within education. How does the group engage with the education sector, and how do you take that information back into IOSH?
So we've got a broad sector in the group, and that's what we're trying to encourage. So their knowledge comes, and then we work with people like the health and safety executive. But one of the things as a group, we're looking to broaden the number of groups we work with who can influence where our priorities are and some of the guidance we do. So we'll run event cafes where the whole group might be there to introduce ourselves, but there'll be webinars, and we also run face-to-face events. So we look to blend to reflect our own membership, bearing in mind we recognise that some people are based in the UK, other people are based in various territories across the country, across the world. And that's one of the things we're trying to encourage, participation of health and safety practitioners right across the globe.
And you've just spoken about members there. So if members want to get involved with your specific sector group, how can they engage with you?
So attend our events. So look at the website and check where our events are coming up and follow that through. They also can email into networks at IOSH and say, look, I'm keen to participate because I'm interested in this particular sector. And certainly feel free to influence the group, because I know as a group membership, we're always interested in hearing from people's particular perceptions and how they might feel their influence, because it does help us drive content. One of the things can be quite difficult from a group point of view is deliver content that our membership wants. So we do surveys and questionnaires and things, and do participate on that. I think some people think these surveys go into some sort of black hole and nobody ever looks at them. But I know from my perspective, we read them all carefully, and particularly the comments, and think, right, that might influence our strategy going forward, and we'll do something. Certainly if there's a number of people asking for similar things.
Awesome. And I think it's really important that we have, the member voice in the group for exactly what you've just said there in terms of influencing for the needs of the membership. And I also heard the call there that, there's a global perspective for IOSH. So actually, the inputs from international members is also welcome. So, I'd support that in kind of encouraging people to, reach out and make contact and see where they can help and support. If someone does join the group, what can they expect?
So there's opportunities to meet with like-minded colleagues, but also influence the sort of groups and who we might get as a guest speaker at one of our meetings to develop that into a cohesive strategy. So if somebody's, say, for example, interested in play and how children play, is trying to think, well, how do I influence that to what national groups or international groups even are involved with that, so we can have a discussion. So our content for our members can reflect some of the latest thinking around some of these sectors. So that's what I would suggest you do. If you're going to be part of the group, think about how we might influence.
And I think that's a really important part, isn't it? I think when people are looking to have influence, the ability to be part of IOSH and part of a sector group and contribute to making that change and having that influence in a sector's really important.